appreciate you, Bob, coming tonight. As you know, we've got 5 minutes. You can keep it around that, we would appreciate it.
Well, that's how I read it. That's what it came out to.
Perfect.
And it was great to hear the Lord's Prayer this evening. And my discussion has something related to that. In the last half dozen years, TISD boards have been presented with countless programs designed to improve. Is this working? Is this working?
I don't know. He says it is.
I can't hear you. I can't hear myself.
I'll just stop. Can y'all hear out there? Can y'all hear Mr. Murray?
We can't hear it.
It's not on. Oh, we can hear you.
In the last half dozen years, TISD boards have been presented with countless programs designed to improve student performance and behavior. Unfortunately, these programs have failed to produce measurable positive results. A couple of months ago, I learned about Don Parnell and the Faith Action Network and a letter of the Human Needs Network. My heart leaped with hope. Perhaps faith would become more part of TISD. However, after many weeks, I'm not sure what faith has to do with TISD's Faith Action Plan. Also in these last couple of months, I've been blessed to become acquainted with Barbara Samuels in New York. She's with the Catholics for Religious Freedom. Her mission is to ensure that all children, parents, and educators are aware of the constitutionally protected freedom of faith as interpreted by the U.S. Department of Education. Those freedoms are: students can pray, read their Bible and other religious books, and talk of their faith in school during school hours. Students can organize prayer groups and religious clubs and announce their meetings. 3, students can express their faith in their classwork and their homework. Teachers can organize prayer and Bible study groups with other teachers. Students may be allowed to go off campus for religious studies during school hours. And 6, students can express their faith at a school event and at graduation ceremonies. And I'm not there all the time, so I don't know all this stuff. Anyway, since America's founding, faith has been an integral part of our education. Public schools were built so that student citizens could read and understand the most important book on earth. Institutions of learning all have faith affiliations. In the early 50s, Robert Hudson's Mortimer Adler compiled the great books of the Western world. One book was noticeably absent because every or almost every household in America had a copy. Faith is resurrecting itself in places where it has been absent far too long. For example, in prisons. Recently, 33 prisoners became pastors in a Texas prison. Governor Abbott and Lieutenant Governor Patrick and Pastor Whitmire reported improved prison morale and reduced violence against guards and other prisoners. Currently, there are over 200 prisoners studying to be pastors in our prisons. So we can either study it now or study it later. A second example is 2 years ago, a Tyler man, Pastor Dan Cummings, was preaching on hay bales and bleacher seats in a cattle barn in Bullard. Until just recent, and then he began preaching weekly in the seat of freedom for the world, the U.S. Capitol, under the dome, every week to our elected legislators. This is the first time our legislators have benefited from the words of faith in over 150 years. My question to you is, if public schools were founded so we could know the most important book in the Western world, if prisoners becoming pastors results in improved morale and reduced violence against guards and other prisoners, if our U.S. legislators benefit every week from the teachings that our founders enjoyed, doesn't it seem appropriate that we ensure our students are aware of similar opportunities here in school? If the Faith Action Network would consider these facts, improved academic performance, reduced behavioral problems, might quite possibly result. It worked a long time ago before all these new programs failed. perhaps it's time to make the old new again. Thank you.
Thank you for your time tonight.